Hello guys. Now in this video we would like to talk about support vector mission. What exactly support vector mission is? How many types of support vector missions are there? What exactly kernel SVM is? So in this video we would like to talking about what exactly support vector mission is, and we will implement it on best cancer prediction data set. Okay, let me move on to the some theory about this support vector mission. What exactly support vector mission is? In which category the support vector mission comes under? We will talk about that. Okay, guys. So a support vector mission is a type of supervised machine learning classification algorithm. When we are talking about the machine learning, so the machine learning has been broadly classified into three type, guys. One is supervised machine learning, second one is unsupervised machine learning, and third one is reinforcement machine learning techniques. So in these three, while you are talking about supervised machine learnings, we will be having again two types, guys. One is classification and second one is regression. Okay, in this classification algorithm, support vector mission is one type of classification algorithm. Okay, now so the support vector machine was also is initially introduced in 1960s, and later it was refined in 1990s, guys. This is very old algorithm. Initially it was introduced in 1960s, and some modifications was meant in the year of 1990, guys. So the support vector machine is a supervised machine learning algorithm that can be applied for both classification and regression problems. So we are talking about this algorithm as an classification algorithm in specific, but this algorithm is we can apply this algorithm for both SVM. This SVM can be applied for both supervised machine learning techniques, that is classification as well as regression. This support vector classification, if you apply SVM for specific for classification, we call that as a support vector classification. If you apply it for regression, then we call it as support vector regression. Okay, na? If it is for classification, we call that as SVC. If it is for regression, we call it as SVR. Okay, na? SVM is mostly commonly used for this classification problems only, guys. So what is the main objective of the support vector mission algorithm, guys? Let us see now. The main objective of this support vector mission algorithm is to find out the hyperplane in n-dimensional space, where n represents the number of features that distinctly classifies the data points. So let us take, there are two types of categories, guys. Let us take one example. So breast cancer example, we had breast cancer data set, right? So let us take that as an example. There are two classes, right? One is stage 2 class, that is benign, and second one is malignant. Yes or no? So there are two categories in that in the data set as an output. So what we will do is, we will if a new data set comes into it, a new data point comes into it, whatever main agenda is, our main agenda is to predict whether it comes under malignant state or benign state. So to predict that, in support vector missions, we will draw an hyperplane. We will draw an hyperplane. In hyperplane in one dimension is a point. A hyperplane in two dimension is a line. A hyperplane in three dimension is a plane, xy plane. We know about planes. We had studied in schooling days. We know about planes very well. A plane is nothing but it is a two dimension. It is in three dimension, right? Xy plane, yz plane. We had studied about it in schooling, right? If it is in 3D, the hyperplane will be plane. If it is in 2D, we just draw a line. If there is only two axes, x and y axis, then we draw a line which may passes to origin, may not passes to origin. We draw a line that should separate two categories. Okay, that is called hyperplane. Hyperplane in 2D. What is hyperplane in 1D? 1D is nothing but point. Okay, na? Now let us move on to the terminology that is being used in SVM. Terminology that is being used in SVM. A points closest to the hyperplane are called as support vector points. Let me show you a figure which demonstrate this terminology. So as you can see, figure over here, there are two classes here. One is, let us consider it as an best cancer data set. One is malignant state, one is benign state. So these are the two, there are two classes here. There are two categories. There are two classes here. So this, see here, these are the points. You can see red point, this is green points, right? These are called as support vectors. These are called as support vectors. The point closest to the hyperplane is called as support vector, guys. So he see here, you can see the diagram here. This dotted line is called as hyperplane. This dotted line is called as hyperplane. The line that passes, that is passing, in which it separates two categories, is known as hyperplane. Is known as hyperplane. Okay, now that the points that are closest to the hyperplane is called as support vector points. I think you are getting this difference, right? So what exactly support vector points are? The points that are very nearer to the hyperplane. So let's see this diagram. This dotted line is called hyperplane. The dotted points that are nearer to the hyperplanes are 1, 2, 3. These 3 points are called as support vector points. Okay, now this clear? I think so. So now let us move on to the margin. What exactly margin is? So now what we do is we can draw two lines. We draw a two parallel lines to the hyperplanes. We draw a two parallel lines to the hyperplane. Let us consider this diagram here. This dotted line is called as hyperplane, and these dark lines are called as margins. This margin should pass through the nearest support vector points that are nearest to the hyperplane. That points are called as support vectors. That points should, we should draw a line, we should draw a margin such a way that that line should passes through that point. Okay, now we had drawn two margins. One margin is called as a positive margin, positive size of the margin. One second size is called a negative side, negative margin. Okay, now because all the negative points it is second category, positive in the sense first category. So here we are drawing two margins, one hyperplane, and there are some support vector points. This is about terminology. Okay, now in this continuation part, let us move a little bit and talk about this. See here, a hyperplane in n-dimensional Euclidean space is flat of n minus 1 subsets of the space that divide the space into two disjoint parts. Yes or no? If you consider this hyperplane, yes, this is a hyperplane. This is dividing. This is dividing the. This is dividing into two subset, guys. Here, there is one category. Green points comes under one category, and red dots comes under one category. So here we are dividing. A line is dividing into two disjoint sets. To separate two classes of data points, there are many possible hyperplanes that can be chosen. Our objective is to find that has maximum margin. The maximum margin between data points of both classes. Maximizing the distance provides some reinforcement so that the future data points can be classified for more confidence. Okay, now here this is only line. Can we draw between the two classes? No, we can draw many lines. See here, let me show you one diagram between this. See here, there are this is one class. As you can see, blue color dots represents one category. Red color dots represents other category, guys. So here, see here we are drawing infinite number of hyperplanes in between two points. We can draw any number of here infinite, because I can draw a line in one way, in this way, in this way, in this way. So what our agenda in this supervised machine learning in this